welcome in to the Ill-Informed Podcast.
Welcome back, boys and girls.
What is up?
I don't want to make any promises, but I want to start off by mentioning that maybe next week we'll have a guest, but
Within
maybe
the
not.
coming weeks, we're working on it.
We'll be getting guests on
The
here.
Ill-Informed Podcast has some big things for 2024.
We got some big plans.
Speaking of 2024, Happy New Year. It's officially January 1st today.
And this year has to be good because it's been like 4+
Yeah.
years of shit, at least for me and my friends.
Right.
It's been a
So,
rough couple years.
I
You guys
can't
got any resolutions?
not be fat, basically. That's
mean,
about it.
Basically just be more healthy, eat healthier.
Same.
I feel
I
like
don't
that's
even care about being healthy. I just don't want to look fat.
Yeah, I feel like that's the cliche though.
You don't look fat.
A little bit.
You're not. No.
I got to get the jawline cleaned up.
You get one of those, like rubber balls. People just...
The jaw.
The jawline
things.
ones or gum.
I have gum a lot. It doesn't work well enough.
You should
I
chew
chew
mastic
gum.
gum. That's what I like. 'Cause
Big
it's
league.
Like, it's gum that just
Big
like
League
keeps
Chew.
it- Big League Chew too.
Chee.
It keeps like the gum texture when you're chewing it throughout the whole day.
Okay, you did that with your finger.
Keeps the gum texture.
Well, yeah, but Extra does that too. If you
Well, no, I'm talking like you can eat.
like, you're not talking like it doesn't disintegrate because most gums don't disintegrate.
No, you can like it will keep the same. I don't know why I keep doing this, but it'll keep the same. It'll keep the same like I don't even know what to call it, buoyancy or hardness,
buoyancy. No, that's
or
for floating.
rubberness. I don't know what what is
Rubberness.
what is it called?
I think most gum will
Elasticity?
continue to float.
Elasticity.
Elasticity.
It'll keep the same elasticity for
Okay.
like 12 hours.
But I just want to mention, I think most gum will continue to float after you chew it.
It'll continue to float.
Because you said
I
buoyancy.
didn't mean to say buoyancy.
I think most gum, if you're really worried about it, I think most gum will float.
Most
matter how
gum
much
will
you chew.
float.
Most gum will float.
No matter how much you chew on it, I think it will float. So put your worries aside as far as that's concerned.
Thank
As
you.
far as buoyancy
as far as
is
buoyancy,
concerned.
extra gum has got it.
Yeah.
Oh
Go
well,
with yours.
I wanted to open up this fucking podcast today by saying, asking if you guys remember fucking just like drinking a million Red Bulls, Monsters, Bangs, right in the morning during high school, and we like
What, 7 in the morning?
It'd be like 7
Yeah.
in the morning blasting Suicide Boys with
Oh, yeah.
subwoofers, chugging a bang.
Any
Like,
form of
what?
hard rap, really.
Yeah.
It was
no
just
no
like-
breakfast, nothing
nothing.
like that.
And then it's crazy too because we would drink the Red Bull or whatever energy drink, and then for lunch we would go to McDonald's and get soda or
And just shit food.
If
Yeah.
not another energy drink.
yeah, if not going and then afterwards me and Jake would go to the vitamin shop, get a bang, and then go to the gym. Like, dude,
Sometimes it was 3 energy drinks in a day. And then it got to a point, and luckily this was about when the energy drink kick subsided a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We started getting pre-workout, which is even worse for your
yeah.
heart.
Bro, you got the freaking rip knockoff Adderall pills from GNC. Do you remember
Oh,
those?
yeah. No, it was
like-
at Walmart. I got it at Walmart.
Oh, Walmart.
and
was
they
like
were
fo-
endorsed by John Cena.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like Focus pills or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah.
it was like the same amount of caffeine as a bang, but you just took it immediately.
I do actually kind of remember that.
Dude, that is fucked.
Because I thought it would make me lose weight. You remember? That's why I bought it. Because it was like a dietary supplement, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, you were taking it and then going to the gym, weren't you?
Yeah.
That is wild.
That shit had me wired, and, we all had heart palpitations at least one time. I don't know about you. Did you? I did. He did.
I took it. I remember taking one. It was blue.
Oh,
right?
well, I remember taking one of the pills, but I don't know if I ever had heart palpitations.
I did.
I probably did.
It was pretty scary.
In retrospect, I did, but I didn't know at the time. It always just felt like I was out of breath, and I'm like, oh, I need to take a deep breath. It was a palpitation.
Oh, for sure.
It was skipping a beat. I was like dying at the
Yeah.
age of 17 or 16.
Well, especially in high school, I wouldn't eat anything. It'd be like the whole day.
Straight caffeine.
Yeah, the whole day I would eat maybe 1,000 calories, and
And the nicotine cut that in half.
yeah, and then the other 600 calories was just energy drinks.
Yeah.
Well, dude, and then it was, if not just energy drinks and nothing else, the sustenance we did have was either McDonald's and at the healthiest Sweeto burrito.
Yeah, Sweeto burritos goated.
Sweeto burrito's not healthy. So,
But it tastes so good.
You could beg to differ on that.
dude, they would put in cheeseburgers in a burrito.
At least it's not as bad quality.
It wasn't
as
as
McDonald's.
greasy and
Yeah.
shitty.
What was the one where it had rice, like sweet pork, some of the cilantro ranch or something like that in it?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
I used to
about.
get
That one wasn't too.
I used to get the
unhealthy.
carne assassin. That's the one I used to get, and that shit was
Okay, they had healthy options, but we almost never got them. Is
Right.
my point. So.
yeah. They probably had like the sushi veggie burrito, and I just didn't want that.
The Veggie Avenger.
The
That was
veggie Avenger.
Oh my goodness! Like how you guys were saying though, we need to go to the. Would you guys say it was an American Fork?
No. It's north.
Oh.
It's way north.
Like
we-
Ogden North.
We should take a trip.
I think
out
it's
there.
past Ogden, actually.
Really?
I can search it up real quick.
Yeah, look at it.
Let's take a trip out there.
Let's get some bangs.
Right in the morning.
Right in
7
the
a.m.
morning, 7 a.m.
We'll hit the road.
Go get some sweet burrito. And the crazy thing too was we'd be eating at like 11, or not even. What time would we be going to lunch?
It's like 11:45, almost noon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it was a lot sooner.
So it's either Woods
Depending on what
Cross.
period you had.
There's two, actually. There's either Woods Cross or Orem.
Orem would be closer, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Isn't Orem like?
Yeah, but I hate Orem.
If it's closer, I'm going to the closer location.
But Orem sucks, man.
What's the difference between Orem and Woods Cross? What's better in
What's
Woods
the
Cross?
difference is Orem's a shit show and there's so much traffic.
Well, let's
Woods
go.
Cross has got a lot less traffic than Orem.
Well, let's not go during rush hour. We can just go during
7
normal-
a.m..
7 a.m.
They're not open at 7, I don't think.
I remember we'd be waiting for the doors to unlock.
At Sweeto.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Yeah, it was our lunch break, huh?
Mhm.
And we still weren't open.
Dude, I remember Jake bringing the extra burrito they didn't finish in his school bag and eating it in class.
There was one time I did that with Walls, too.
Oh, dude, I used to
ate it in art class.
I used to bring my leftover food all the time to class.
Fuck it, B.
Because
I
we
wanna
didn't eat anything.
Yeah, I wanted to eat.
We never ate anything before school. So.
Yeah.
And then all we would do was go into foods and make fucking sugar ass brownies
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever.
They'd be like, let's make cupcakes today.
Yeah. Foods was actually a good change of pace because it was at the beginning of school. I think it was second period, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So we never ate breakfast, but we still also were never eating good breakfast food when we made shit there. So
Remember the final we had where it was semi-chopped? Where they had
Oh,
the
yeah.
judges and it was just the
Right.
fucking teachers. And we made the homemade Red Lobster biscuits and chicken
Yeah.
and peppers and all this shit. We lost to a cream cheese filled cupcake.
oh my god, dude! No, ours was so much better.
Dude, what the
undoubtedly.
fuck? Cream cheese cupcakes are already mid. They're bad. Let's just be honest.
I remember that. We were pissed.
What,
I-
what
dude,
did
I
we all
remember being
make again?
pissed.
I forgot. It was like what exactly was it again?
What?
What we made.
It was like, I don't remember exactly, but I remember it was like chicken and peppers and
I think
like
it was had
sauteed
pasta or
onions
something on pasta. Did we have pasta?
Yeah, I
there?
know there was a pasta was a part of it. So we made like a full on
Capers.
entree. They made a
Yeah.
dessert, and we fucking lost to the dessert. That's crazy. That's wild. Baking is so fucking easy too.
Baking
you're-
a dessert.
When
is,
you're making meat,
Yeah.
pasta, and peppers,
when you're making meat.
like, and these guys made a cupcake and put cream cheese in it. You're kidding me.
It's like, yeah. And they already had the easier one.
Yeah. Sweet or savory. I remember they gave us the option of sweet or savory. Well, not the option, but they had two choices, and they would just assign them to you randomly. When we
Also-
got savory.
I want to clarify. There are things that you bake that are like really hard, but nothing that is really hard to bake was something that a kid in that class was making.
Yeah. It was
So
junior year foods class, like the most complicated thing was probably like a sheet cake.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we were definitely making the harder thing, making meat correctly.
Mind you, it probably took us like 45 minutes to make that, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
How did it take them almost an hour to put cream cheese in a
Well,
in a
also like
freaking
you gotta.
cupcake?
There's like 4 teammates too.
Yeah.
So
What were
a
they doing
4
the whole
squad making 3 cupcakes.
We were out there fucking hustling our asses off, and
Yeah.
we still just get scammed at the end.
I think the
Fucking
reason we
scam
lost was
artists.
presentation, which again, so much easier with a cupcake
yeah.
to present it good.
How do you like? That's the thing. How do you present a chicken pasta good? We put pasta on the plate and then we put the chicken on the plate.
It's not like we had a lot of access to garnishes and shit
Yeah.
like that,
Right.
you know.
Mind
no
you,
like ladle
we had to
for
buy everything that we used.
Yeah.
the sauce. Yeah, and making the sauce look cool on the side or
Yeah.
whatever.
It's not like she gave us the ingredients to make. No, we had to go to Harmon's or Smith's and get the fucking ingredients to make this. We end up going early to school and like putting it in the fridge or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that class
Yep.
period.
It's not like this is like Gusteau's fucking
Yeah.
diner where we can, we got all these
Gusteau's fucking diner.
In
got
Ratatouille.
all of these masters of culinary things like the saucier and shit like that.
Allier.
The Allier. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry. Did you know that Allier posted on his Instagram? You know how you can post multiple pictures on his Instagram? He posted his Fortnite skin before the birth of his child. Like in the
slideshow.
Yeah, like I don't remember what order it went in,
That's
but
kind
I
of
know that it was Ali A skin, and then like 2 pictures down.
You gotta
was
respect the
birth of his
grind.
fucking child.
You got to respect the grind. Fortnite gave him everything he has.
Nuh-uh, bro.
The child too, maybe. He might not have gotten his girl without the Fortnite money.
Call of Duty made him.
BO3.
BO3.
Fortnite though is where he is now.
True.
So he,
God, Ali A's a fucking psycho. He's surprisingly bad at video games too. Have you guys ever
he's
watched
not
him?
that good, really.
He's not too impressive, no. I remember watching this video of him doing you know how you can do emotes in Black Ops 3?
Mhm.
He would do an emote that's in the store, and he would do his like best impression to do the
Oh,
emote.
IRL.
Yeah. He just looked like so much he's just like a nerd, dude.
He's just like a skinny. He's like a twig.
Yeah.
He
I
dead
mean-
built like a nerd though.
Oh, 100%. What's that? Like the Apple Jacks cereal?
Oh, the cinnamon guy.
The cinnamon guy. That's what
Yeah.
Ali A is with blonde hair.
I don't know. I did this.
The cinnamon guy. It keeps its
Ali, quote unquote, the cinnamon guy from Apple Jacks.
egg.
Egg.
Oh,
Egg.
I thought you guys were gonna say egg.
Well,
If we did, real quick, I wanted to say if we ever did merch, aside from it saying ill-informed, I think we would do something with like the whole quote unquote thing. It's been a
Ill quote unquote informed
podcast. Something like that. I don't know, because it's like the only thing we have as a running bit aside from, hey, can you pull that up like Jamie or
Right.
Stacy?
which isn't it's a common bit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a very common bit.
I mean, hey, we're kicking it off. The new year, right? This is the first day of the new year. We're recording on the first day.
Yes, sir.
It's New Year's Day.
It's New Year's Day.
So
I'm excited for the new year.
maybe Jamie will pull it up for us today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Jamie will actually be
Maybe
here in
Axel
2024.
We'll be here to pull it up for us today.
Yep. We just need a
Or
little.
like Letitia, I don't remember.
From what podcast?
This is gonna pull it up.
Just gonna pull it
Who's
up.
Letitia though?
She's gonna pull it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Jamie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stacy. We got a whole bunch of people.
Stacy.
We got a whole bunch of one person that'll pull it up.
Got a whole bunch of one persons.
Yeah.
Well,
But I want to talk about. So you guys know like the whole like debate. Are we in the bad timeline? What timeline are we in? Is of the spectrum of timelines as life goes. What do you think? Which you think we're the worst, the best, lower end of the worst, like closer to the worst, closer to the middle, closer to the best? What?
I'd say it's like a 70-30 bad good.
Okay. What do you think?
probably around there. Yeah.
'Cause,
I
like-
just technology's just fucked everything. I feel
Yeah.
like. Because back in the day, they didn't have very much technology, and people were just nicer
Yeah.
in general.
Because,
So-
like, in this timeline, Hitler didn't win World War II, but, like,
He still killed a lot of Jews.
and 9/11 still happened, you know?
I think
So,
I think if you look at like the biggest of pictures, we're pretty close to the worst as far as timelines go. Because like think about this.
Yeah, I don't know about that because world wars have happened, and we're not in the middle of a world war
Yeah.
or anything like that.
What if
I
there's a
know.
timeline where I was born
Yet.
in North Korea? That would suck. That's
No.
that's the
This
worst
is like
timeline.
for humanity as a whole, not you specifically, you egomaniac.
I'm just saying, if that did happen,
Get a load of this
it
guy.
would suck.
What the fuck? What if I was born in North Korea? It's like, who else gives a fuck? You were born in North Korea. This is like I'm talking broad spectrum humanity as a whole timeline. If you look back in history and like the progression and stuff, I think it's closer to the worst because you have societies like the Aztecs, like the Roman Empire, stuff like that. Like
Dude, I knew you were gonna say that. That literally was in my head. I was like, he's gonna say Aztecs. I don't know
Aztecs,
why.
I thought he was gonna say Aztecs too.
Mayan,
Hell yeah.
you know, like a lot of older societies had a lot of they put a lot of stake in art and everything, and like actually put a lot of stake in their religion to try and be good people and stuff like that. They sacrifice people. That's bad. But the problem is, like a lot of these artistic societies and shit, like Greek, Roman and shit, they all died off. Art now is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And like we traded all that in. I know that there was a lot of structure, a lot of economics and shit that went into those countries, but we traded art in for just the pursuit of money.
Yeah.
Simply just the pursuit of money.
Well,
you know?
I'm mainly just thinking of it as like, how comfortable could you have been back in those days compared to now? Like, I feel like we're a lot more comfortable nowadays than you probably like could have been back then. Right?
Comfortable, but we're a lot more strapped as far as money goes.
Right.
To be comfortable, you have to have a lot of money. But in the Roman Empire and stuff, most people were set up whether or not they were rich. Like especially given the time period, they were really comfortable. They were fucking. They had the Olympics going on back then and
It
shit.
is kind of so far that they had the Olympics.
And I don't really think, as far as what I know research-wise of the Roman Empire, there wasn't really, like, homeless people.
No, I doubt there was.
And all that went down the drain, and now it's a whole bunch of countries with a whole bunch of rich people, and everybody else hates their lives.
Well,
Yeah,
there
I
wasn't
think-
homeless people because if you didn't know how to build your own house back then, or if everyone built their own place and kind of, not everyone built their own place, but like, there was a huge difference between being homeless now and compared to then. I feel
Yeah.
like. It's
See,
not-
but the thing is like, we can't even do that now. You can't build your own house. And I think that's kind of a
Right.
bad thing.
That's true.
You know, obviously we wouldn't be able to build our own house now, but if the progression had led to that point, we would. And I think we'd be a lot better off if we were building our own houses, doing our own thing,
I think culturally,
having known how to do that.
I think culturally we're probably in the lower echelon for sure. I think like culturally in like pretty much every society, it's kind of shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's shitty people in every society.
Right.
There's horrible things happening in every country. So it's like, I feel like if there was at some point there, I don't know. I guess the thing, I just don't know what could have changed.
I don't
for
know
that
either.
to have changed. But I feel like we're on a shittier timeline because, like, legitimately everywhere in the world, there's always something horrible going on
Right.
Right.
at any given time. So it's
Yeah,
I
but
don't
see, and then
know.
that I think that's further evidence that we're in a bad timeline.
yeah,
But another thing I want to point out, and I don't know what would have changed this, and I can't even speak on whether the Roman leaders were this way either. I'm just saying in general now, almost every country's world leaders and people in charge of making decisions are some of the most morally questionable people
yeah,
in
they
that
suck.
country. And that's just like the opposite of how it should be. It should be like some of the best, genuine, logical people in positions of power, but it's not.
Right.
It's
Politician-
almost the opposite of it.
Politicians suck. They
Yeah.
just suck. They don't do anything cool anymore either. Like back in the old
What do
days.
you mean cool? Like they're jumping over buses and dirt bikes.
Yeah. Like back in like when I can't even like Napoleon, right?
Mhm.
George Washington. These were all leaders that were like riding into battle.
They were in the trenches.
They were in the trenches and they brought the whole country up with them. You get what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah, Napoleon got exiled because he failed.
Yeah. And he came back on a revenge tour, succeeded with his mission. Now he's the leader, right? That's the
I don't
story.
know which way it goes. He might have been like he became the leader because he was good and then got exiled. I don't know which.
Something happened. He was a leader at one point. Same thing with George Washington. Now they just like hang out. They have bodyguards.
They go,
Ooh.
I'm going to raise taxes, and then they're like, watch the money come in, kind of a thing. Yeah, that I think that's evidence of the bad timeline. Just
Well,
there's no interest for the greater good of the people anywhere. Let's be
Yeah, I mean,
honest.
like, look at people like Daniel Larson and like Chris Chan and even that like Kevin G kid.
Jesus.
Like, there's people who will legitimately ruin people's lives just for fun. Like, you know that Kevin G kid on
Lolcows. You know what a
TikTok?
lolcow is?
What's that?
You know what a lolcow?
Yeah.
It's like essentially like it's a personality in general. More often than not, they have some sort of a mental illness. But the whole thing is people literally just tell them to do shit, make them do shit. That's horrible for them, but it's like comedic value. But they're just ruining someone's life.
Yeah. And it's like, why do we? And you know the Kevin G kid on TikTok, the little kid who's got like I don't know what it's called, like the soft bones.
Oh yeah, Kevin G, the
Wears
Fortnite.
glasses and stuff.
Yeah,
He was the one that sung "Sunflower."
Yeah,
and everybody was
yeah.
making memes. But yeah,
Yeah, and he's like the little kid. His account got banned because people just kept reporting it.
yeah.
Like, bro, let the kid have fucking
no
fun.
no one's safe anywhere.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no one safe anywhere.
Yeah, like we think we're not gonna get fucked over if we ever got popular. This kid literally has an illness where he can't like do shit, so TikTok is one of his escapes, and people still fuck.
And
with
I
him.
think honestly, it wasn't that bad until recently. Cause think about it. Did you ever know Kid President? That was pretty. Do you know Kid
I
President?
don't think so.
It was this little kid. He would make like little motivational videos, and he had the
He had a
same
song,
illness.
too.
Yeah, his song. Yeah, he had the same illness where it's like brittle bones, so it'd break his bones every 2 seconds. But they would always get shown at school, and everyone, all the kids. Did you see him at school too? And everyone's like, "Yo, I fucking love Kid President. Kid President fucks." And then now it's like the same situation, but instead of watching it on YouTube at school, kids are watching it on TikTok on their phones. And then instead of being cool about it, they're just reporting it.
Also, something changed from then to now for sure, because like there was a lot of people that actually got elevated in a really good way through the internet, and it seems like a lot of the times,
I feel like humor's gotten a lot darker.
yeah,
I feel like the internet is just a very cynical place.
Yeah.
A lot of cynical and dark things happen on the internet, and even if
It's like that Instagram challenge. Go to Instagram Reels and like start your timer and see how fast you can see someone die on Instagram Reels.
oh god, yeah,
like 30 seconds
Yeah.
max.
And I want to mention, I think that like some of the most popular people internet wise are either just like, you know, your baseline humorous, watch and play a video game or whatever. But I think some of the most notorious people from the internet are either really bad people or got popular for like all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
For instance, Charlie D'Amelio got popular probably a lot to do with predatory people, because when she first, because it's weird because she's not as popular anymore, and she's of age now, and she was underage when she was like at the height of her popularity.
Maybe she's just as popular now.
Well, she's probably just as popular now, but what I mean is like when she first came on the scene, it was just straight upward, and
Right.
it kind of plateaued when she became
Right.
18, weirdly enough.
Ew.
It's
There's
weird.
a bunch of pervs on TikTok, dude.
I saw a video where someone was explaining how like it's kind of a weird coincidence that it happened that way. There was like a little TikTok documentary about it, because there's not that much to go over. But
Yeah.
it was like I was like, yeah, that is kind of a weird coincidence. It seems like she kind of just, oh, I'm 15, 16, 17,
Yeah.
18, it plateaus. It's like, oh, that's weird.
I feel like, yeah, the internet is just weird. The internet, there's too much cynical people doing cynical things on the internet for their own pleasure. And not even like their own pleasure, like they know that making someone's life worse will make them feel better.
Right.
For no other, they're not
It's like
in this
what was the
person's
thing you
life or
said
anything.
that you described basically.
The lolcow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Chris Chan was. That's what
Daniel Larson
Daniel
is.
Larson is.
World of Shirts.
World of T-shirts. World of T-shirts might be turning a corner because he hasn't been drinking and stuff, and I feel like maybe he's gonna, you know, he's been off of TikTok and stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Hopefully, I don't know. They might have fucked him though, because I don't know the science behind this, but I know that it's like a really bad idea for people with autism to drink alcohol.
Oh
in the
yeah,
first place.
I saw this video where someone was like hour by hour, because like you know how he's like live streaming all the time.
Mhm.
He was like watching him the whole day and like tallying the drinks down, and there wasn't a moment that he could have legally drove the whole day because his blood alcohol content from like 11 a.m.
What
to
the?
like
Starts in the
2 a.m.
morning.
Yeah, like
That's
2
crazy.
a.m. was over
And
the
he has
legal limit.
autism, and I heard that it's like a horrible idea to let people with autism drink, or if you have autism to drink. I don't know why, but I've heard it like multiple times.
I haven't heard that.
I
don't
mean,
doubt
Daniel Larson too has autism.
I mean, you
and
can.
he's
Yeah.
fucking doing whatever.
I'm not gonna say you can kind of assume that, but I feel like it would not go without saying, but like how
I could guess it.
right, you could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like autism is some sort of like what is it called? Like a mental disorder, I think.
I don't know, to be honest.
I don't
I
know.
think it's-
Disorder's not the way to put it, but
I think it's
It's
like a
in that category.
behavioral.
maybe behavioral. But
Yeah.
in either case, whichever one it is, I don't know. Forgive me for being ill-informed. I hope it's not too offensive, but alcohol changes your personality and it fucks with your brain. For a normal person, it makes them act different. So it could be just amplified if you have any mental or whatever.
Yeah. Huh.
I don't
That's
know.
weird.
I could also be completely wrong.
Well, I know that people with diabetes can't drink hard alcohol, I think, because there's sugar in it.
Oh yeah.
And that's.
I mean, but there's plenty of reasons not to drink alcohol.
Yeah,
Or we
that's
can-
that's true. Don't drink alcohol.
We're like over here bumming out about not being able
Yeah,
to
we're
drink.
like, oh, people with
Like,
diabetes
people with
can't
autism
drink.
shouldn't drink alcohol, and
That's
people with
such a
diabetes
shame.
shouldn't
We're
either.
getting down to like a very low level of talking. We're like, oh, well, they can't drink.
Oh.
It's too bad. He's like, nah, you got plenty of reasons to not drink if you really don't want to.
Just
Anybody.
smoke.
I got diabetes. I can't drink anymore, guys.
Just pack an upper decky lip pillow.
Upper decky
It's like-
Zinner pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Jake
too
like
bad.
just like dreams about an upper decky lip pillow. Yeah.
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 Just sit.
Does it again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like that thing where you can't after you're laughing.
Dude, I was laughing so hard the other night. I like couldn't catch my breath. It was like the hardest I've ever laughed. My chest was like it's getting tight.
I love it when that happens. I love it when that happens and you're in class and the teacher's like kind of getting mad at you for laughing. It
But you
makes
just
it 10 times
yeah,
harder
just
for you to
can't
not laugh.
stop laughing.
Yeah.
Miss Sterling kicking me out when Hayden was making the shout out to all the pears jokes and kicked me out for laughing about it. It's like get the guy that's being a jokester. Get the fucking comedian
Get
out
the
of here.
jokester.
Stop
It was
it.
the same thing with Juice Boy though.
Yeah. No. Fucking juice. And she'd get pissed at him for having juice.
When he would like some days he would finish the bottle of juice, no one would say anything, he'd go throw it away, and then some days when we wanted to like let him like not have the juice, we would just spoil it for him and say juice.
I
And she'd
remember
take it.
Jagan would fucking pull the juice box out of the trash and be like, Tyler was drinking this. And then she would get pissed about it.
Prestige master level snitches.
She'd be like, were you really drinking that? It's like, come on, dude, can you
Come on, dude.
fucking give up? Who cares?
Dude, that, it
Drink
was
the juice
funny.
after.
That
that
too,
point-
yeah.
that class was it was like we were bullying the teacher, and there was a couple of dudes that got low key bullied in that class. We were kind of making lol cows back then. Speaking of,
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't consider it bullying, more just like playing jokes on them, if that.
so yeah, Miss Sterling was basically a lol cow for us.
Okay, yeah.
If you think about it, with how we explained it,
Wait,
it was kind of fun because like we would scream to make her pissed off.
right?
We would when it would snow and it would rain. We would all go up to
Oh,
the
yeah.
window to piss her off, and we would also do a line across the room. Mason would stick his pencil and just hold it in the
And just
pencil sharpener.
let it keep going.
She was a lol cow. We're taking a moral stand about lol cows. We did that shit, and we're past it, right? But we did that shit to a teacher.
There were some teachers though where I just got away with everything.
Also, is there cups over there? I'm gonna go look because
You
I
can
need
go
some
look.
water.
I'm
Jake leave in the middle of the podcast bell.
Try not to leave in the middle of the podcast. Sounds
Jake rings the bell.
Like, did you have Miss Freeman for history?
I didn't. I think Jake did though, didn't you?
Miss Freeman, did you have her?
Juice Boy.
Juice Boy. I remember there was one time, like in the middle of her teaching, Gavin raises his hand and goes, "How's the weather up there?"
I think I remember that. I think I remember you
I
telling
was
me
like,
that.
and everyone's like, "What?" And the teacher goes, and he goes, "Like in Seinfeld, how's the weather up there?" And she's just like, "All right, good." And then after she's done teaching, Jagan tries to make the same joke, and then she's like, "Really?"
She
Really?
gets mad at him.
After she's like walking back to her desk with like 4 minutes left of class. Really?
I remember Jake, freaking. What did you end up doing? You were like, I don't remember whose class was it. It might have been Miss Matheson's class or something. But you were I think you got up to do something or like bent over to get a book or something, and you just ripped complete ass out of nowhere. Do you remember that?
Oh, hold on a second. Get to the mic. It was Miss Farr's class.
Oh yeah, Miss Farr's class.
Yeah, that's what it was, wasn't
I
it?
think
Yeah,
so.
it was.
And it was like Farzad was behind me, and then we had a cheerleader next to me. You know who it was, and I put my butt up in the air and I farted. I went, oh, just laughing super hard.
Wasn't that also the time
No,
that?
you might have been talking about Mr. Ricks. Were you talking about Mr. Ricks? Because I did the same shit in his class in middle school.
Mr. Ricks.
History teacher, Jack. You're going to have to bleep that.
30.
And Hayden
Fuck
were in that
you.
class.
Making it harder on me.
I'm trying to help you remember it, though.
But no, I don't remember. Mr. Jack or Mr.
Jack. And it was Mr. Rick's class.
You gotta bleep that one too.
Mr. Rick, what do you look like?
Like a mouse, kind of. He had like really short hair, and his like facial features were small.
What year of school was this? Like 8th grade?
I think it was 7th grade, same year as Sterling.
You know the mouth teacher or the mouse teacher.
I feel like I know who you're talking about, but I can't put a face to the name. So.
Because me and Hayden both did that same thing in his class. Like on different occasions.
It's so hard not to laugh at a fart in public.
Dude, I'm pretty sure when you did that in Far's class, we were laughing again, and then she sent me away. Wasn't that the day, or was that a different day?
It might have been that, or it might have been when I scooted back in my chair really fast and just fell out of it.
I think it was that day. I loved grabbing people's backpacks and like yanking them down.
This is really off topic, but I noticed that over there. Is that a Lego money tree I see over there?
I'm building one right now.
Wow.
Oh, we got the same one.
Got it for Christmas.
What a fucking reference.
Right?
What
That
a
is.
fucking reference.
Wow.
Now you see it in person.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a money tree?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's not yours, though.
It's not
I
mine.
haven't seen yours.
I'll show you.
I know Kaja's got one.
I'm building one right now, boy.
It's gonna be sick. I want like a.
That was the last one.
Building like
Should I
one.
go get some more?
We can't be chewing right into our fucking.
I'm
mics.
hungry, dude. I haven't eaten anything today.
Should have thought of that before the fucking episode.
Dude, no, I did. You know what? I was in Draper. I went to the Costa Vida.
You went to get a cat.
I went to the Costa Vida. It was like 6:20. It must have been understaffed as fuck. Sat there for 20 minutes. Still didn't take my order. I'm like, I have to go because I'm going to be late to the podcast. I was going to eat, but...
I got a pulled pork quesadilla.
From?
I've never heard of
been
that.
there, yeah.
Mary Kate works there,
Mm.
so I got it. It was
What,
pretty good.
what do they do? Like what kind of food?
I think
Well,
it's like,
what do they do?
What do they do? It's kind of like
they do something completely different, but they serve pulled pork quesadillas.
yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of American. It came with jasmine rice, which was kind of weird.
What's jasmine rice?
Like kind of like the sticky white rice.
If it's sticky and it's white.
I would have just called it white rice, if I'm being honest with you.
It's called jasmine rice. What's
the difference?
I don't know, but it's called jasmine rice.
It's infused with jasmine oil.
I would just call it white rice.
Who's Jasmine?
Quinoa brown rice.
Avatar.
Oh, like Aladdin.
Aladdin.
That Jasmine.
I
got
actually said
Jasmine?
Avatar instead of Aladdin.
But you helped me figure it
Yeah,
out.
Aladdin tar.
Aladdin tar.
So it's the Princess Jasmine.
She made the rice.
That's crazy.
That's why it's called
How
jasmine
expensive
rice.
is that shit?
Real expensive.
Real expensive.
That's why I had to use Mary Kate's employee discount.
So, how much does it cost in comparison to white rice?
I don't know.
Okay, rice is the cheapest thing.
I don't probably like a
Ever.
few bucks.
But this is jasmine oil infused. This is like the sweat of Jasmine, the princess, Disney princess, in white rice.
the Disney princess.
Jasmine infused.
It's got to be more expensive. How much? What's the comparison? Price comparison?
I don't know. I've never bought jasmine rice just as is.
Why are we talking about jasmine rice?
Ask your girlfriend.
I don't think she knows how much jasmine
She
rice
works
is.
there.
But she doesn't do the. She
What
doesn't
do you
buy
she
the
doesn't
shit.
buy jasmine rice by the pound? Let me look up jasmine rice price.
No, you know what? We can
No,
be
we
done
don't have
with
to look
this.
up jasmine
No,
rice.
we're done
it's
with. We're
too
done with
late,
the
it's too
rice.
late.
We're done with the rice.
We're done.
No one cares about. No one cares about jasmine rice.
I
That's
care.
my bad.
No one cares about jasmine rice.
That's my bad. I went too far with a bit.
Jasmine rice is
I think I
good,
could
though.
look at. Let me look it up real quick.
Jasmine rice is good though. It was just awkward coming with a quesadilla. I was expecting some Spanish rice.
What were you?
Well,
gonna
maybe
look-
jasmine is.
Just hold on for a second. What were you even gonna look up? Just jasmine? Like, what was the point of looking it up?
I was gonna look up jasmine rice price.
jasmine rice.
I don't know the prices.
Fine, do it. I'm interested now.
Oh. Hopefully our listeners are interested too in the
We were
price
like,
of
yeah,
jasmine
what is
rice.
jasmine rice?
No, we already figured that out. It's jasmine infused rice.
It's $7.99 for 5 pounds of it.
Okay, and then white rice.
So, like I said, it's the cheapest thing ever.
It's a long
You can get
grain
5
variety
pounds.
of fragrant rice. Its fragrance reminiscent.
Reminiscent of
can't-
Jasmine,
I-
the Disney princess.
Brendan
Yes.
says.
Brendan says. Okay, and then white rice.
So that was $7.99.
$79.99.
$7.99.
Yeah, $7.99
For 5 pounds.
Okay.
Which is like a banging deal. Like 5 pounds of rice.
Well, we'll
for-
see the comparison right
for
quick.
$8 though.
Whoa.
A pound, 5 pounds of white rice, or a pound, and we could do the math.
12 ounces in a pound, right? Or 16 ounces in a pound.
I have no idea. I just know my grams.
We're so stupid.
I just know my
I
grams.
have no idea either. Hey Siri, how many ounces are in a pound?
We're just ill-informed.
16 ounces. You were
16? Okay, so this minute instant white rice is 14 ounces and it's $2.59. So it's less
Right.
than
But
a pound.
jasmine rice is cheaper.
Yeah.
Huh.
Or you can get this.
You gotta be what?
What?
No, because you're looking at like a pack that you go buy from the store of white rice.
Yeah.
You were probably looking at wholesale of jasmine rice.
No, I was looking
Where
at
are
a
you gonna go to
bag.
buy
I was looking
5
at a
pounds?
He was
bag.
looking at a bag.
I
I
was looking
saw
at
a
a tiny
picture.
little
5
bag.
pounds of it?
How much do you think? How big do you think 5 pounds of rice is?
Not like that big, but like find 5 bags or 5 bags, 5 pounds
I
of white
did.
rice.
Okay, wait. Hey Siri, how much is 5 pounds of white rice?
Well, you can get 40 pounds of white rice on Amazon
White
for a,
rice.
for
You're
$135.
messing with my Siri, bro.
Just tap
Oh,
it.
sorry.
5 pounds. It's $2 a pound. Oh no, 2 pounds. 2 pounds is $2. So
2468.
times.
So it's the same price.
What do you mean 2468? We're doing 5 pounds.
Oh, I thought you said set. Oh, 5. Duh.
So
yeah.
2, 4, and then 5.
So it's $4.50 for 4 pounds, and then it'll be.
$2 for 2 pounds, right?
So 4 pounds is $4.50.
So it'd be 5.
So 5 is $5.75. So white rice is cheaper by
Like
about
$1.
$3. No, about $2. Not about. It's just $2.25 cheaper. Specifically, it's not that hard to do that math. I don't know why.
We
Wait,
struggled really hard with that.
no, yeah, $2.
Where are you getting the $6 from?
No, because
2468.
No, jasmine rice for 5 pounds was $7.99, which is $8.
Yeah.
So $5.75 plus $2.25 is $8.
No, yeah, I got. Okay,
So
no.
it's
Okay, yeah.
$2.25 cheaper.
I thought you were saying something was $6.
I never said 6. I don't think.
Did he?
I don't know. Doesn't matter. We figured it out.
We figured it out. White rice is cheaper.
White rice is cheaper by about
White rice,
White rice.
$2.25.
give or take.
You guys are making
For
fun of my
5 pounds.
speech impediment. That's fucked up.
White rice.
There's one time my mom dropped me off for speech therapy, and I walked into the office, and there was another kid that was sitting with the speech therapist, and I just got scared and ran. And I
What?
started crying, and I ran, and I was chasing down my mom in her car, and she just didn't stop because
This
she
is
didn't
probably like
see
a
me.
core traumatizing memory for Zach.
Yeah,
and we're just
dude.
laughing at it.
Well, it's just like you falling off the roof,
Right.
having a seizure, and
Yeah.
we're
Right.
laughing about it. So
And then I had to run back, and then she was just like, "Oh, Zach, where have you been?" And I was like,
what were you sad about? You
I
think
don't know. I
the
just-
therapist was cheating on you
Pretty much,
with another
yeah.
kid?
I don't know. I just like I got like scared. I saw another kid in there, and I was like,
You're like, this bitch.
"This bitch."
She's cheating on me.
I just ran, man.
You,
That's all I
He's
knew
like,
what
I
to
thought
do.
you were. I thought it was just you speeching me impediments.
you walk in there. You bitch.
You bitch.
You're teaching him how to talk too.
Dude, that I do have a lot of traumatizing stories from that. She gave me these fuzzy dice, like the ones we have in our cars, and I'd roll them, and then depending on what number I got, I'd have to do some certain type of game to work on certain type of words
Right.
or things. And I remember when we got them, my mom went in to talk to the teacher or the whatever, and my sister was like, "I'm gonna write your name on these because they're not yours, and you're gonna lose them." And I'm like, "They're not mine. They're not mine. Don't write my name on it." And she's like, "I'm gonna write your name on it because you're gonna lose them." And then she wrote it in Sharpie, and I, for some reason, freaked the fuck out. I was like, "They're not mine. They're not mine. They're not my fucking dice."
I think maybe you had something else going on
Could be.
aside from like not being able to talk.
Could have been. Could have been.
Because that's kind of wild to
Yeah,
freak out about.
I was
that.
crying, and then my mom, because I thought I was gonna get in trouble. They weren't mine.
How old were you at this point?
Young, like
Well, so like, would you say like 6, 7, 8, what, or younger?
probably like 6.
Okay, so to give you a comparison, you were so afraid that you would get in trouble for having your name on something that wasn't yours. I have an experience from around the same age. I went to the dentist. I wasn't afraid or anything. I'm not talking like I was freaking out. I went to the dentist and they had this little area with toys and like I think I had like a PS3 that you could, or a PS2 maybe, that you could play games on. I don't remember which one it was. Or maybe, I don't know. But they had these little toys. And there was this little toy pig that I always played with when I was there because it looked realistic. Realistic. I need speech therapy. Anyways, realistic, and I always play with it because I was like, oh, cool little pig. I don't know why I liked it so much.
Cool little pig.
And then they my mom's like, hey, they're calling you back because I was over in that little, cove area playing with the toys.
Yeah.
Put it in my pocket, went home with it, and I was like, it's my pig now. And then after a while, it started to weigh on me, and I told my mom, I stole a toy pig from the dentist.
The guilt.
Because I thought they were going to come and get me at some point. They realized it was gone and come and be like, you're going to jail, buddy.
Over a toy pig, and how would they have known it was you that took it?
I showed my mom, and she's like, that's yours, isn't it? And I'm like, no, I stole it. She's like, okay, we'll take it back. And we gave it to the receptionist, and she was like, oh, yeah, okay, thanks.
I was going to say, your mom should have just been like, what are you talking about, Jake? That's your toy. Just whatever. Just
I would have been like, just take
go
it.
throw it.
Well,
Your
no, but she was being a
toy
good
pig.
mom. She wanted me to realize that, like, okay, it's good that you told me, and we're going to give it back. This is the
I
right
stole
thing to
it.
do.
Stole it.
You know?
I remember when I was like 9 or 10, I used to do, whenever my mom would take me to go shopping, I would always try to steal the like pendants off of the chains at like JCPenney. I had a bunch of them. And I remember I stole a cross one time. And this was when I was at Juan Diego still. So I was like, fuck.
Can't steal the
I was
cross.
like,
A
God.
cross.
I stole a cross like pendant. I just like took it off of the necklace and put it in my pocket. I was like, fuck. God's gonna smite me for this one. So I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I've been stealing the necklaces. She's like, what? I was like, look, and I opened my drawer and there's just like 30 pendants that I had from like Kohl's and Walmart.
Did she make you take them back or not?
Well, I didn't know where any of them were from. We're gonna do like, here's all these pendants to random necklaces.
Like some random news headline just
That's a
hits.
holy crime.
Some random news line hits. Freaking, our stores are seeing pendants being stolen off the freaking chains.
They're
It's
flying
so
off the
weird.
shelves, but not being paid for.
Yeah, I don't know why they just do the whole necklace. I just like,
Yeah, it's not that much harder to get the like rope in there or whatever
Yeah.
it's held
I
on
just
by.
wanted the pendants.
Yeah.
Also, that reminds me, and I mentioned this to both of you guys, and this is for all you Satanists and anti-religious people out there. because you're doing it all wrong. You remember this? I don't know if I told you.
Oh, yeah.
An upside down cross isn't actually anti-Christian. It's pro-Christian. It represents Saint Peter, who I think, and for all you Christians, if I'm getting this wrong, I might be wrong. I think he died the same fate as Jesus. He didn't feel worthy, so he wanted it to be an upside down cross to symbolize that he shouldn't have died in the same vein as Jesus because he wasn't as holy.
Damn.
So upside down crosses are not anti-Christian. You're actually...
That's kind of...
This is in remembrance of St. Peter. All of your upside down crosses has nothing to do with Satan. If you're a Satanist.
This is the learning part of the fucking podcast
This
today.
is the informed.
Yeah, this
part
is
of
the informed.
podcast.
I found that out recently. I'm like, wow, these guys have no idea that they're fully being Christian with this shit.
Yeah.
They're fully like, I love St. Peter.
I fuck with St. Peter now.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard, though. Dying upside down, getting crucified.
I don't know if he did it upside down, but I don't know.
Oh.
But I know
That
that
would be
it's,
crazy.
That would have been crazy.
I know it had something to do with him feeling unworthy of the same fate as Jesus Christ. So
Yeah, I can't go out like that.
he's like, hey, they're like, they were trying to crucify him, and they're like, yo, listen. They're like, I'm
Can't go
not.
out like that.
It's like, I'm not like this. I'm not like the homie. I ain't as cool as he is. I can't be getting the same fate as him. It's got to be slightly worse at least.
So flip my fucking cross
So
upside
flip
down.
me upside down, man.
It's like, if you want to remember me, put that shit upside down. I ain't Jesus.
That's what the Romans did. Dug him upside down in a hole.
I just find it funny too because like some of these anti-Christian influencers are so hard dead set on against Christianity, and they're rocking an upside down cross. I'm like, you don't get it at all.
You don't get it.
You do just not get it
You
at
just
all.
don't fucking get it, and it's actually crazy.
So listen to our podcast to get our informed
get
takes.
If you listen to our podcast, you'll get it.
Just in, upside down crosses are for St. Peter, not Satan.
First in, just in,
Timberlake,
Timberland.
Bieber, if you will.
How did Bieber fit into there?
Because I said Justin, and then you said
Oh,
Justin, and I said
oh.
Timberlake, Bieber, if you will. Because I'm funny.
Justin Timberlake's so hot.
Speaking of, this guy didn't want to watch fucking Trolls.
Yeah, fucking 2 nights ago. For like, what, probably 15 minutes, we're looking for a movie to watch. The whole time, Jake's just, I want to watch Trolls. I want to watch Trolls.
Acting like a kid.
And then I'm like, no, I have to buy it. I don't want to buy Trolls. And he's like, just buy it. And then I'm like, okay, I'll log into your YouTube and then you can rent it. And he's like, no.
Because we could have done it on his Pop's dime.
Right.
He was on
I
Amazon,
don't
his
wanna watch
Pop's account.
Trolls.
You're talking about Justin Timberlake's so hot, but you don't want to watch Trolls.
Is he in Trolls?
He's like the main character of Trolls.
Like the voice character.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yes.
Oh.
Him and Anna Kendrick.
Have you seen the one movie he's in? I think it's called like Time or something like that.
Yeah.
That's a crazy movie.
Shit's fire.
Where they like have their currency is
Oh, well, coffee's 15 minutes? What
I've
the
seen,
fuck?
I've seen
Yeah.
clips of that, but
You
I've
should
never
watch
watched
it. It's
Take
pretty
a
crazy.
week for yourself.
I'm not gonna spoil. No spoilers here.
It's like, have some of my time. So, is that how it worked?
Pretty much. When he got paid from at work, they go and they like scan their arm.
Yeah, it goes,
The only 2 lines from that movie I remember are like when he's getting coffee. He's like, 15 minutes for a cup of coffee? Then he gets the coffee. And then when he's at the super nice dinner after getting all the time, he's like, take a week for yourself. You remember that?
I feel like I do, yeah. And he has to go through like those different like sectors.
Yep.
And the more they go higher, like the more like rich they are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, okay, what do you guys think of this? So, the network that ended up picking up that movie and making it, do you think the guy just went in there and he just walks and he goes, time is money, and then leaves, and then they go, oh my God.
Wait.
Dude, he just blew our mind. Let's
And
get
then Justin Timberlake.
He's time.
He's
It's
done.
money. And it's money. Link.
Link. 15 minutes for a cup of coffee. Link. Time is money.
Time is money.
I bet I could pitch a movie really well.
You just walk in there and you
And
say a sentence.
and I go, time is money.
And then they go.
And then I go,
Justin Timberlake.
and then I go, time is money. Justin Timberlake.
Diddle-a-link.
15 minutes for a cup of coffee.
15 minutes for a cup of coffee. Take a week for yourself. Diddle-a-link.
Different sectors.
Also, if you, I mean, it's completely just opposite of what we're talking about, but if you want to bring up your topic, there's not that much time left.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could. So you don't know who Gypsy Rose is, but you kind of do.
I do. Do you want to explain
You
it to
kinda
him and
did.
the viewers and the listeners?
So, yeah, so Gypsy Rose is this... Well, I don't really know how old she is because I watched a documentary on it, and apparently the mom was also lying about birth certificates and all this crazy shit. So she when she was... Before she killed her mom, spoiler alert, she didn't even know how old she was. That's imagine like you turning 18 and you act like you're turning like 14.
Okay.
You have no
You
idea.
have no idea how old you are or anything.
And why didn't she know?
Because her
'Cause of her
mom,
mom.
yeah. So her mom.
Because of her mom. Why you being like a Mr. Serious over here?
Because of her mom.
Because of her mom.
But her mom would like lied to everyone and was basically just committing a bunch of fraud, saying that her daughter had all these illnesses like leukemia and like some sort of muscle disability.
Was it muscular dystrophy?
Yeah, muscle dystrophy and like asthma and like all these very serious illnesses. And she was like in a wheelchair. She said that she was paralyzed from the waist down. She says like all this crazy shit. And then the girl who was the kid killed her mom.
Real quick, I want to mention what her mom was doing to Gypsy Rose. What she was doing is called Munchausen by proxy. They either give them like poisonous shit to make them sick, or they like just go to the doctor and say they have this, they have this. So
Well, and that's the crazy thing, bro, is like she was getting surgeries and getting like medical treatments for things that she never had. And it's just crazy that for some reason in the medical industry that can happen.
That just flies.
Like surgery of things she did not need.
Yeah, that's kind of.
How does that happen?
also, we'll go a little long, but this reminds me of something I wanted to talk about in a podcast a while ago.
Uh-huh.
I'll let you finish,
No,
but
you're good.
it's a similar sort of story. So go ahead with what else you want to say.
Well, no, it's just I was watching the documentary about it, and all of her neighbors and everything who were watching the trial and everything, they were all completely shocked that she could walk, and like all this crazy shit. Like, and she just got out of prison. Gypsy Rose did.
The kid?
Yeah, for killing her mom.
Mm-hmm. Like just like a few days ago, I think.
Yeah,
How long was she in there though?
not long.
I wouldn't know that.
So it was a case of like they gave her a less of a sentence because of her situation. type of
Yeah,
thing.
I'm
Okay,
guessing.
Good.
But yeah, it's fucked. I'm pretty sure they made a movie about it. Like, have you ever seen Misery with
Maroon 5?
Adam Levine,
Adam Levine? Yep.
Rid of the ink.
Ink.
15. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
What's his name? He's in He's in the what's the movie? The Christmas movie, action movie, Earn to Die or something.
Oh, Mark Wahlberg.
No.
Okay.
The Christmas movie, Die Hard.
Oh, yeah. What is his? Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. I'm pretty sure Bruce Willis is in
I
it.
just heard action movie. I said Mark Wahlberg.
I'm pretty sure it's Bruce Willis, but it could be someone else. But there's this movie where this guy gets in a car crash, and this lady brings her to her like cabin in the woods, and it's like, oh, you died, but I brought you back to life, so you have to stay here for a little bit because we can't leave because of the snow. And then the whole time, the lady just makes the guy sick and sick and sick with these medicines. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Mhm.
And she just like, and she couldn't walk, she couldn't do all this shit because of all the shit that her mom was doing.
Munchausen by proxy.
That's pretty fucked.
That's what it's called. There's also Munchausen. There's Munchausen and there's Munchausen by proxy. Munchausen is when you do it to yourself because like people have this sort of, it's like a mental illness where they just want to be taken care of, so they'll purposefully make themselves sick so they can go to the hospital. And then Munchausen by proxy is like with Gypsy Rose and in that movie where a parent or someone close tries to make them sick so that they can take care of them or blah, 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 blah. But what I wanted to talk about is actually a similar story, but it's kind of the opposite. Have you guys heard of like the Kowalski case, the Kowalski family?
I don't think so.
Maybe I'm thinking of Kowalski from what's it called?
Turtles, penguins.
Penguin.
Kowalski. Yeah, what is that
No,
from?
that's Madagascar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kowalski analysis. Yeah. No, I think it's Kowalski. It might be a different name, but it's something like Kowalski.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure people can put it together when I tell the story. But they recently won a court case against a hospital. I think it was a hospital. It was either the city, state, or the hospital. So there was this girl, one of the Kowalski, the daughter. I forget her first name. She has like some sort of a rare illness, I guess, that makes like certain things. It could be like barely touching her. Someone barely touches her, but it causes her like an immense amount of pain. And so her mom took her into the hospital, to help deal with the situation. And the mom was telling her about certain medications that she would give her daughter that sort of helped with that illness and some of the other things that came along with it. And because of the drugs that she was telling the doctors that she was giving her, they assumed that she had Munchausen by proxy and forced her mom out of the picture, essentially. They said, you can't come visit her. And even the dad, for a while, they said, you can't come visit her. So it was basically just her son that could go see her. And her son was younger, I think.
Damn.
That's fucked.
That's fucked.
And they separated her from her family and everything. And they start going to court and all this stuff. And I don't know the specifics, but the mom ends up, when they go to court, and the mom is no longer allowed to be in contact with the daughter. Within like a few days, maybe a week or so after that, the mom killed herself.
Damn.
And then the Kowalski family, the dad, the sister, the brother, went after the hospital for, I forget what it was, like wrongful separation and like
just false accusation.
Yeah, like stress and
Yeah.
causing stress that wasn't necessary that led to the mom killing herself.
That's so sad.
And they got
That's
like
so sad,
200 million in the lawsuit.
Good.
Yeah.
They probably won't see that until some point this year, but they won the
Good.
case.
Fuck a hospital, bro.
It's crazy. They literally, it's crazy that like the hospital and the state and the city were like, yep, you can't see your kid. You have Munchausen by proxy. And it was like, no, they later found out that those drugs literally did really help with the illness her daughter had. And it was just like, wow, that's crazy. It's like the opposite of the Gypsy Rose. It's like her mom was actually psycho. And then, but
Yeah, that's sad.
It sucks when I feel like doctors are victim to this a lot, where their egos kind of get in the way, where they're like, oh, well, I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
So I know everything about this particular illness or whatever the fuck. And then that leads to a lot of fucky things.
Kowalski, I was right. It was Kowalski.
Kowalski.
And there is a documentary on it, I think. No, and I think a part of the problem, too, is a lot of people just take whatever the doctor says, and that's that. Some doctors are quacks, believe it or not.
Yep.
Just like you could get a bad accountant. Obviously, doctors have a lot more schooling, but there's still
reminds
people...
me of that doctor from fucking Trailer Park Boys. What's his
Oh,
name?
Yeah.
And then he turns into the
the
Veneer King.
caveman, and
Or the Denture King.
what's his name? I'm gonna have to. I'm
look
searching
that one
it up
up.
because
Look that one up.
because
There was a I forget
Sam?
where
I feel like his name was Sam.
Sam. What's his last name? Lasco.
Sam Losco.
I can't remember where it was, but there was like a pretty young kid, I'm pretty sure he was in his 20s, who had his own medical facility type thing, like his own little doctor's office, and was helping people. And I'm pretty sure he had like 4 or 5 stars on Google reviews.
Oh, I heard a little bit about that.
And he was and he was doing all of this without his medical license.
And he was, but no, like I think he was like, he was doing really well.
Like
but
he was-
had
yeah.
to stop.
Like he was like
Jesus.
helping people, and he was a good doctor, but he didn't have his medical license. He didn't have his doctorate, or I don't even know what the fuck you get. Medical license,
whatever-
doctor license.
Any type of license.
He
I
had
don't remember
nothing,
exactly
yeah.
what he was doing, but yeah, it was probably he had to have a doctorate and a medical license.
Yeah.
He didn't have either of those.
It was
things.
crazy.
Or to at least be like certified or something.
Yeah.
It's something.
It was like he's like being a doctor. He's not even CPR certified.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy. But shout out to him though. He was helping people.
Good
He
shit.
was like having a good success rate,
Yeah.
basically, with mostly everything.
Until
They said nope.
you're out of here, bud.
Meanwhile, you definitely got doctors out here who have no idea what they're doing, but they got all the fucking bells and whistles.
Yep.
Oh, I was thinking, should we do a? We didn't do a. What's it called?
Thumbnail.
Thumbnail. Should we just do it on the podcast to end it?
Thumbnail.
Intended.
Or I could like go get another fucking thing since it was spoiled last time.
Put a gun to my head. Put that X gun.
that X gun.
Go
Put
grab
that
that.
ex-con
Go
on my
grab
head.
that. Do something. Do something a little. Get a little frisky.
Get a little fooky.
Since it didn't work last time.
Okay, the swords again.
Why didn't it work last time?
He didn't. He forgot to do it.
Oh, got you.
Because I had Munchausen by proxy.
Yeah.
Munchausen. What is it? What?
Munchausen.
Munchausen by proxy. Munchausen. Thanks for the
Yeah,
sword.
you know that's German. Is that what they look like?
You know
Is,
Jake has germs.
is that the
Got germs.
is that the blade?
This is the blade.
Yeah. They're not real
I
swords.
know,
They're
but,
wooden
like,
swords.
I feel like they would look more like a blade on the blade part of it.
It's because I think I took this thing off right here that like separates. You know the things that like swords have.
Like the
that,
guards.
the guards.
Yeah.
But we'll kill Jane.
Thumbnail.
Thumbnail.
Have a good night. Thank you for listening. Thank you for
We did a
watching.
thumbnail live
Like,
for the
subscribe.
audience.
Thank you for having us as background noise. If you just put it on and didn't listen to it, that is perfectly fine with me.
Love
Right.
it. Love it.
Exactly. Leave a comment.
Tell us what you want us to talk
yeah,
about.
no. If you got ideas, put it in the comments. If you got fun.
If you got
let
a
me
hot,
know.
if you got a
Fun,
hot
fun.
take, put it in the comments, and we'll belittle you.
We'll belittle you. We haven't done much belittling so far,
Yeah.
and that's in the trailer.
Yeah.
So
We
So
got
speak out. Give us
Speak
some
out.
things.
give us some things for us to either belittle you by or agree with you on.
it's up to you guys. It's in your court.
The ball is in your court.
Sorry, I forgot to say the ball's in your court. My balls are in your court.